Too Short.
Back at you like we never left.
Back in this thing. Shout out to that boy Dak Prescott. Get your money, man.
It's my money and I need it now.
JG Wentworth.
Yes, sir. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl this year.
No, they're not.
For real this year.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Cowboys are not.
Super Bowl bound. I want to see where Russell about to go.
So here's the deal.
If he gonna go anywhere.
I like people with confidence, but I do believe there's a such thing as overconfidence.
Hey man, say man.
When you consistently underachieve,
if we think we're not gonna go to the Super Bowl,
you're right.
We're not gonna go.
Right, you're right.
We're not gonna go if we think that we're not gonna go.
You're right.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
You're right. Somebody got to believe it. Hey, it's not the responsibility of players to manage the salary cap. And I know people don't agree with that. People are saying like, well, you know, Tom Brady took less money. Giselle make $400 million a year, dang near. Well, his wife
ain't worried about that.
What?
So they're saying that the players should take less money to
talking about Tom because he winning championships. Look, I respect Tom, but don't try to compare everybody to Tom. People ain't got Tom money and his wife money together.
My ducats.
Come on now, get them ducats, man. It's not the players' responsibility.
Yeah, it's up to the team. It's up to the management to manage that. No, I'm here. I'm giving you what I got. My talents.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm here for.
Right. Now, I understand at some point you get in your career, things change. But look, everybody want to tell you it's a business. Then they want to tell you it's a game. Which one is it? Is it a business or is it a game? Which one is it? Oh, it's both. Okay, since it's both, when it come to business, we going to do business. And while we doing business, I got to play the game that's not on the field.
Right.
And I got to get my money now. And then later on in my career, you know, after I get the bag, we can start.
You know, trying to make some things happen.
Right.
You know.
But yeah. Hey, I don't know. People can start talking about how certain people don't deserve this money. We don't need to pay him. Let me show up at your job and tell your boss you don't need that raise.
Gonna be hot.
Come on, boy.
Say somebody don't deserve.
They don't deserve. All right, you don't have a clue, man. First of all, this man done been through the most. I'm not talking about. I mean, he lost his brother. Like, dude, done been through it. Mom, brother, man. Hey, come on now. Then the broke leg. Come on now.
Still pushing through.
But yeah, man.
Hey, happy for you, my boy.
Happy for anybody to get that payday, and we all know how big that second one is. The second one is huge. Mm-hmm. But talking about quarterbacks, so somebody said, I saw somebody tweeted or reposted something about how now the highest paid players, quarterbacks, are black. Deshaun, Dak, was it Russ? No, it was Deshaun, Dak, Pat Mahomes, and Russ, I think.
It probably is.
I think. But either way, that's neither here nor there. The real thing that I want to talk about is after they said that, they said, so for all you woke people, now can you stop with the NFL is racist, whoop-de-whoop, because the highest paid, why is color always in it? The reason why color is always in it because it's always been in it. That's why. So, like, come on, it's 2021.
Right, and we just now having this many black quarterbacks in there.
Right, it's 2021. How long, honestly, let's just be real. There's always been this narrative that the black quarterback isn't smart enough. The black quarterback can only run. The black quarterback can't throw. We don't, not intelligent enough to be the face of the franchise. Mm-hmm. So I
think that's a big one. Being the face of the franchise. Being black, being the face of the franchise.
So, it really bothers me when people try to say, stop bringing color in it all the time. That's easy for you to say because on the flip side, people are constantly dealing with the issues when it comes to color. So we're not putting color in it. Why are we putting color? Why are we making it about color? It's always been about color. We're trying to get it to where it's not about necessarily about color. You know, creating a level playing field. And I think that is happening now. I really do.
It is.
I just think that there's, you know, some forward thinking being promoted. But anytime you have a movement, if you will, or any progress, there's always going to be
that lashback.
And alternative motives. People always trying to throw, well, the real motive is this. Oh, I guess you know what the real motive is. Well, such and such is really the face of it. Okay. All right. Well, what I see is progress. I think I see progress being made. And trust me.
In a good way. Look at Lamar. Lamar gonna get his too.
Yeah.
Everybody, he just needs to play running back, receiver.
Yeah, people still try to say that. It's crazy.
Come on, man.
But, you know, I don't know. I'm happy to see the progress being made. You know, there's still going to be challenges. We understand that. We understand that there's still going to be challenges, but this is good progress. And it's been a lot of great discussions that have happened. And
to get us this far.
Yeah.
That's the only way we've even got this far.
Yeah. It's just
having that discussion.
It's just interesting how people try to respond to you and they try to claim that you're woke and you're all of this, but really they're trying to tell you they're the ones that are really woke. You ain't really woke. You think you're woke, but I'm the one that's really woke. And you need to listen to me.
Here it is, right.
But yeah. Yep. Man, hey, I'm tired of getting bamboozled by these pages. Denzel Twitter page, boy. I thought I was looking at something Denzel said, but I looked a little closer. Come to find out, it wasn't Denzel. It was Denzel Washington instead of Denzel Washington. Just a little spell just a little different. Got to tweeting out some stuff. Got over. I went and looked at the followers finally. It was only 100,000. So I was like, all right, that ain't Denzel.
He tried to tweet something that Denzel would maybe tweet,
but not.
But not. Yeah.
I was confused. Tell me why I was looking at this for a minute. I was like, I just don't get this. I was thinking deep, trying to really find this thing. Let me tell you what it said. Confidence is based on your skill set, not your self-worth. And that's basically what I did. I was like, how? I was like, dang, okay. I was trying to make myself. I was like,
okay, let me break it down.
Let me break it down. Confidence is based on your skill set. Oh, okay. So if you got a high skill set and you confident, but not your self-worth. I said, ooh. I said, that's deep. I said, that's deep.
There's got to be a big issue, a big problem if that's the case.
I was like, nah, this ain't right.
There's no way that you have self-worth and you don't have self-confidence. I don't know.
So if you value yourself, you know, if you think highly of yourself, then most times you have confidence.
You have good self-confidence. You have high self-confidence.
Yeah. But I guess confidence looks different, though. Confidence looks different, you know, I guess, in different ways, I guess.
But how? Confidence is...
What does confidence look like? Does confidence look like big chest, shoulders back? What does confidence look like?
That you're sure of what you're going to do.
Confidence is the surety of what you can do.
Right. So, what does it look like?
Confidence is a stain you can't wipe off. Yeah. Like Weezy.
What does it look like?
What does confidence look? What does it look like?
You know what it look like. We done been to plenty workouts, guys walking around, You know who's a guy, who's not a guy by the way they walking.
All right. Let me stop.
Standing tall.
Let me stop you. I know a lot of confident guys, and this goes back to you can't be
There's something else
you
now.
can't be the top competitor and on the bench, because you can't be the most competitive if you ain't even playing, because you can't even compete. So what I'm saying right now,
Right.
you got some guys that got stupid confidence.
Yes.
But they don't play.
Yeah. But
So that's overconfident.
but they got some confidence because them sitting on the bench ain't bringing them down. You see what I'm saying?
But what are you confident in? But you
about themselves, the self-confidence.
But you said you in the assurity of what you can do. So if you are sure you can do it, but you never get to do it, and when you do it, it ain't that good, that's overconfident.
I'd rather be overconfident than not confident at all.
It don't matter. Both of y'all ain't doing
But we
nothing.
still confident. They're still confident. We're not saying that because you're confident you're good or whatever the case. We just saying that.
But what's the
You
point?
have
What's the
self-worth.
point? What's the point though? It doesn't do anything.
It's gonna take you farther in life than just that sport.
I ain't talking.
I know, but
I
it's
ain't
just confidence. We ain't talking about playing.
Now look here.
You see what I'm saying?
Now let me tell you something. I know some guys that just ain't wearing a whole bunch of confidence, but they
Yes.
nice with it.
And those are the ones like, what is your problem?
Right. So I'd rather be no confidence, nice with it. No, I'd rather be no confidence and get out there and I'm at least
Decent.
than
I
the
hear-
overconfident.
I hear that.
That ain't confidence. That's just stupid. What are you confident in if you ain't got it though?
Himself.
But what?
Their self. They confident
You need to be
in
confident
themselves.
in practice.
Nobody can bring them down.
We ain't
So
gotta bring you down, coach. You sitting down. I ain't gotta bring you down. You already sitting down. You're right. You sitting down.
Right. You sitting down, but you not down. You not down. In your mind, I don't know, cause I'm out there.
This is what that's like. Man, look, I saw one of the worst fights I ever seen. One of the worst fights I've ever seen. I was in middle school. And it was two guys got into it. Both of them were confident. Both of them confident they could win. One guy was getting beat up. He kept on getting up, confident, going back in there, just getting dropped. Boop, 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 boop. Dropped on the ground. Back up, running back in there. Boop, 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 boop. Drop.
Get back
up, running back. Now he feel like he can, you know what I'm saying? Don't take one shot. It only take one shot on that chin. You get hit on that chin just right. I don't care who you is. You gonna sleep. Kept getting back up. He was very confident. Very confident. But the other dude was just, like, that confidence just wasn't doing nothing for him.
So his skill set.
So what I'm saying is just because you got that confidence, it don't really mean squat.
But what that showed is that
He got heart. Don't
He
nobody
gonna
care
push-
about
he gonna
heart.
push
If you,
through.
I'd rather win.
he gonna push through.
Forget all
Yes. We
Forget-
just talk about confidence, though. You gotta.
I like confidence, dog. You know, I'm with the
I already
confidence.
know.
I like
Jeez.
confidence. And I tell my guys that ain't got it yet, you better have that confidence. I'm with that. But your work ethic better match that confidence so that you can, actually do something with it. Cause man, you just so confident, but you ain't, you ain't producing nothing.
Someone like that, they feel like there is some type of hope that they can still get up in there and show what they got.
Yeah.
So that's why they still confident, because they're like, okay, I just got to do this, and then I'm in there. That's it. Confidence.
Yeah, I'm with it though. I'm with the confidence. I am. But let's get to the main topic. The power of representation. The reason why I want to bring this up was because, yeah, we did. We had a black president. You're seeing more black quarterbacks. You see, we have a vice president that's a woman, and she's black. The power of representation is huge, like just on a psychological level. Seeing someone that looks like you makes it a norm in any way. Why do you think they painted a picture of us and what they thought about black men? And you know what I'm saying? Like, especially, you go back to slavery and the power, like just seeing yourself in a certain position,
In a certain state, yeah.
It's ingrained in you that's who you are, your identity. The power of representation is huge. That's why we have to celebrate the things that we celebrate. For so long, there's been a narrative of who we are, what we look like, and the limitations that have been put on us. That, yes, when you see a group of 50 doctors graduating from a certain prestigious college and they're all black men or all black women, and you see that post and you look at it like, well, why are they always celebrating black? Because that has not been the discussion, the narrative. So we have to promote that. We got to promote more of that so that we can change the way people look at us and people see us. That's the power of representation.
And just to piggyback off of confidence, seeing something like that, especially for like the younger folks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, they're on social media damn near all day. If they can come across things like that, seeing a group of black guys, a group of black ladies graduating, going into the medical field, a black lady becoming a vice president, that's only going to boost them, and that's going to give them a different vision of where they can go in life, in opposed to what they think the norm should be.
The norm is.
You know what I mean? So I think that's big, man.
I do. I think it's huge, and I think it's needed. And, it was interesting because one of my clients, she shared something with me, and she was being really vulnerable, and she was being honest. She was like, when she was in college, she asked her, I don't know if she had a black roommate or a black RA, but she asked her, she was like, so why is there a black choir? Why is there a black choir? And she was like, there isn't a white choir. And the RA or her roommate kind of looked at her and she's like, well, see, yes, there is. And then it kind of hit her like, okay, I do get it. And a lot of times, and I always bring this up, but like growing up, when my sister would go down the aisles to go shop for a doll, there was maybe one, if you were lucky, one or two selections of a different colored doll.
Yeah.
That's small to you, right? Because you don't think about the power of representation. You don't see little princess. You know what I'm saying? A queen. You don't see a black doctor or a doll. You didn't see things like that. So, I think you see more of it now. I haven't been down that aisle in a while.
It's funny you bring up that doll, right? Because with King, he just turned 1, so he's watching all the little cartoon shows with the singing, right? So there's a bunch of shows out there, but maybe I haven't found them, but there aren't that many shows where the kids are different races, or let's say in the household, you have an interracial relationship, right? A lot of them are just you know, the regular that you see.
You see the
right?
white families.
Right, you
That's
see
just-
the white families on there. And I found a show. Choo Choo, on Netflix. Someone told me to put it on, and I put it on, and it had a mixed kid. It had a black kid. It had a white girl. The mom was white. The dad was black. I said, oh, yeah, this is what he needs to see.
That look like your family.
Yeah, because that's the family that he's living in, right? So that's what he needs. So that thing is big, man. It's big. It's funny you bring up that baby doll.
Yeah, no, I think that's huge, and I think people didn't really understand the power of Family Matters, the power of the Cosbys.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? People don't think about those things, you know, and as
Fresh Prince.
right, Fresh Prince, you know, seeing stuff like that. And so the power of representation is huge, and just be careful in the things that you say. You know, somebody's like, well, y'all want to talk about racism in the country and power. Y'all had a black president. Great, amazing, not downplaying it, but a black president.
Right.
So it's like, well,
So
look
we
how
should
far
be
we
happy.
come. Right. Be happy with what you have.
Right.
No, that's not. We're not nearly where we need to be. We're just now really getting to a point where it's affected economics. And honestly, I think it's as unfortunate as COVID has been, I think COVID is the only reason we've had the movement that we've had, because everyone was sitting at home and actually had time to pay attention to something outside of themselves. But man, we could go a lot farther in the power of representation, but I want people to comment and have conversation amongst each other about how you feel about that. It make you feel uncomfortable when we talk about black. It makes you feel uncomfortable when I talk about a black show or black quarterbacks or black this and black that. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, we need to kind of check, why does it feel uncomfortable to you about it? And then think about really why we're having these discussions, because it's like, do you think this is what we want? Like, you think this is what we want? No. It's not comfortable, but yeah, it's still uncomfortable to have to see that, overcome, and constantly feel like you're fighting like this uphill battle on representation and being heard. But God put me here and put us here at this time that we're living in right now for a reason.
Yep.
You know, and you know, the time is now. The time is now.
What a time to be alive.
Hey, holler at us, man. Y'all comment. Have those conversations in the comments. For real. I think we got a lot of amazing conversations and a lot of good topics to think about and talk about. Y'all comment in there. Don't get out of hand though. Look, seriously. If you think you got something that's worth listening to, start out in a way that where people will actually listen to you without being ready to
blow you off.
respond.
Yeah.
In a way, or blow you off. If you think you're smart, you have something to say that's worth listening to, try and be heard. Okay? Just remember that when you start your comments out. You know, people just get
carried away.
Carried away in the comments. Like, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, man, y'all holler at us, man. Subscribe.
All right, turn your notifications on.
Hashtag Ass Sauce Twins.
What will you sacrifice to be great?